We will start our today's introduction with a small prayer. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Agajanana Padmarkam Gajananam Aharnisham Anekadantam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe. I'll focus on ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ವ್ಯಾಸಾಯ ವಿಷ್ಣುರೂಪಾಯ ವ್ಯಾಸರೂಪಾಯ ವಿಷ್ಣುವೇ ನಮೋ ವೈ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನಿಧಯೇ ವಾಸಿಷ್ಠಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಮಃ. Our humble pranams to Devi Lalita Tripura Sundari. She has given us this great opportunity to take the second Soundaryalahari batch on this auspicious day of Shravana Poornima. The Shravana Poornima is a very auspicious day. We also celebrate it as Raksha Bandhan, and today is also Upakarma, where we renew our sacred thread. I want to welcome everybody to this Soundaryalahari online class from Mahabindu Foundation. We have Mahabindu Foundation for Spiritual Studies. So we have taken this endeavor of conducting Soundaryalahari online classes. My student Roopa Kumar will be conducting the online classes, and this is an introduction to the Soundaryalahari online class. We have many people gathered here in their personal presence. Thank you very much for joining us. And I think I have seen some of you before, right, in the last introduction class. ಯಾರಾದ್ರು ಬಂದಿದ್ರಿ? ನೀವಿದ್ರಿ ನೀವಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. Yes. Are you, last time were you here? Yes, fantastic.
She's my senior student.
Oh, yes, okay. Namaskar.
Lakshmi.
Can you please introduce yourselves?
I'm
Uma Gopal. Radha.
I'm Lakshmi.
Lakshmi, namaskar. Roopa, Shri.
I'm
Niharika.
Harika.
Welcome. I think last time we saw a little bit of what Soundaryalahari is, right? So today I will talk a little bit about what we're going to do in the class. So what is the focus of the Soundaryalahari class? What we will focus is, we will give an introduction to Soundaryalahari as we progress, take shloka by shloka. You will get to understand the context and the meaning of each of the shloka. The first 41 shlokas are called, put together is called Anandalahari, which is going to talk about the Nirguna Parabrahman and Devi's Nirguna Parabrahma Swarupa. The next 59 shlokas are called as Soundaryalahari. Put together, all the 100 shlokas composed by Adi Shankara is Soundaryalahari. You will be able to understand the meaning, you will be able to chant, and subsequently, if you are a music student, if you want to learn it musically, Roopa Kumar will also teach you from a musical perspective. But before you go to the musical side of Soundaryalahari, what is more important is you will have to get the ucharana, the pronunciation of the Sanskrit verses very, very correctly. You cannot mispronounce it. Do you know why? Because this is a mantra also. Soundaryalahari, as much as it is a shloka, it is a mantra. So you will have to understand the meaning of each pada, and you will also have to pronounce it properly. Only after you learn to pronounce it properly, you will be able to sing. very much like any kriti, right? So if you cannot pronounce the words in the kriti, the sahitya, there is no point in singing. Same with Saundarya Lahari also. So Rupa ji will take that approach and ensure that you are comfortable. And then directly, if we take you into the musicality of it, then you'll focus more on the music side and the raga side and the manodharma side, right? And the kriti, which is each shloka, we do not want that to lose focus. So the first attempt will be to get you familiarized with the shlokas. So that is the approach we are going to take. Okay. When we introduce the shlokas through each raga, we rely on the compositions of Nadayogini, Srimati Vidushi,
Meenakshi.
Meenakshi, Meenakshi Ravi ji. She has composed 100 shlokas in 100 Carnatic ragas, and she's made it very famous. She also uses this. Unfortunately, she could not join us today. Otherwise, we would have introduced her to you. She has composed Saundarya Lahari in 100 ragas. Each shloka, for example, the first shloka and the Dhyana shloka and the first shloka is in Raga Bhauli, and the second one is in Malaya Maruta. So you will also understand the Raga Manodharma, you will understand the Raga, and you will understand the shloka. And when you render it with that Raga, it's therapeutic. So why do I say this is Dr. Meenakshi has done extensive work in music therapy, nada therapy, as well as she uses Saundarya Lahari to basically heal people as well. So because Saundarya Lahari has healing abilities, so those are some of the things you will experience as you progress into Saundarya Lahari deeper. So initially you may just understand the shloka, learn to chant it, learn to sing it. Then as you experience the shloka, you will actually imbibe the bhava and the artha and the healing qualities of each shloka. So we'll take it step by step. It is also important to understand that Saundarya Lahari has got spiritual siddhis. That means I'm sure you chant Lalita Sahasranama, right? You know Lalita Sahasranama is chanted. You feel very happy, right, when you chant it. And there is some kind of ananda you get positive energy, as you call it, right? So similarly, Saundarya Lahari also has that ability. It also gives you spiritual siddhis. So what are these siddhis? I'll just explain in a moment. Saundarya Lahari is a tantric work. Adi Shankara has created this as a work of tantra. So when I mean by tantra, so as you are understanding Saundarya Lahari, you will also understand the tantra aspect of Saundarya Lahari. You'll get an introduction to 7 chakras. Okay, which also means that you will start understanding your chakras. You will understand Kundalini Shakti and how Lalita Tripura Sundari is the same as Kundalini. You will understand that aspect and how Kundalini ascends through each chakra and goes and meets her husband in Sahasrara, and then she descends. You will understand all that because there are shlokas that talk about that part. I think we spoke about it in the introduction as well. You'll understand Raja Yoga to a little bit extent as we are going inside. This will not happen in one day, but slowly as we move forward, you'll understand Raja Yoga and Laya Yoga. Laya Yoga is where the Kundalini ascends from Mooladhara all the way to Sahasrara, and each Tattva, Prithvi Tattva gets Laya with Jala Tattva, like that. All the Tattvas finally become one in Sahasrara. So you'll understand these concepts. You'll get this Jnana, the divine Jnana of Devi. Some of this Jnana may enter you, some of this Jnana will remain with you, and some of this knowledge will ask you to explore Devi. So you may get this divine knowledge to say, why don't I invite Kundalini inside? Why don't I invite Kundalini to go up? So you'll get all that kind of uh, spiritual path that you may want to take further, possibly in this Janma or in next Janma. But this is a great starting point for all of us through Soundaryalahari. More importantly, you will get introduced to Devi's multiple Swarupas. So Devi has got a Sthula Swarupa, she's got Sukshma Swarupa, she's got Paras Swarupa. So within Sukshma Swarupa, she has got her Mantra Swarupa, then her Kamakala Swarupa, then Kundalini Swarupa. So there are many Swarupas of Devi that is given in Soundaryalahari shlokas. You get an introduction of all that.
Chakras.
Yeah, I'll come to that. Then you'll get an introduction to Shiva Shakti, because the first shloka itself starts with Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shaktaha. You will understand who Shiva is, who Shakti is, and what is the meaning of Shiva and Shakti being in union. How is that the same as Parabrahma Tattva? And what does Vedanta say? Okay, what does Tantra say? Where is the union of Vedanta and Tantra? What's the common ground? So these are all our Sanatana Dharmas, you know, um, knowledge. So that we'll get an introduction to that as we move along. And how Shiva Shakti union is the same as Advaita, or Advaita is the same as Shiva Shakti in union. So Soundaryalahari, the bedrock of Soundaryalahari is Shiva Shakti in union, or Aikyata, Aikya Bhava is the Advaita Sthiti for the sadhaka. So all these things may be new concepts, but as you slowly progress into Soundaryalahari, you'll get introduced into this. So it is important for us to get familiar with these new concepts. Okay, and as it repeats in every shloka, it'll get familiar. I started the Soundaryalahari class for Roopa, I think last August. Yeah. So it's been 1 year. Every Saturday, we get together for the class, and we are going so deep into this. We are still in 32nd shloka after 1 year. So that's the depth of, you know, the depth of knowledge that we are getting into, the Jnana that we are actually imbibing together.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yes, please.
I just wanted to share
Hey.
just 30-second shloka. Sir has taken 10 hours. 10 hours of explanation for one shloka, 30-second shloka. That's the depth of his class.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate to, really very fortunate and blessed to be his student or whatever.
Yeah, we will talk about how fortunate I am to have her as a student. That's the next part. We may not go into to that depth. We'll take it step by step. We'll give you initially. ಕೇಳ್ಸತ್ತಲ್ಲ? Initially, we'll give you the basics. I was able to get to that depth because the students are so good. Imagine the students who can take for one shloka 10 hours. If they can take my teaching, that means, you know, the quality of the students. So that's the reason she's here after 1 year. And I have told her, you should start classes. So she will take classes. I'll be guiding her, so that I will also come in once in a while, so to ensure that you're taken care of. Okay. So, as I said, we will not go into that kind of detail, because if we go to that detail, we are getting into Shri Vidya part. So, Saundarya Lahari totally Shri Vidya. But we'll start with shlokas, then the musical part, the nada, and the healing and the therapy part of it, because ultimately each of us have to heal ourselves, right? So, Saundarya Lahari is a fantastic way to heal our own soul, heal our own trauma, if there is any, so that we live a very joyful life. Okay, we'll get to that. And then as we move ahead, if you're interested in getting into the depth, then we will take you into that. Okay. Now, you will also understand through Saundarya Lahari, you'll get the knowledge of Shri Chakra. You know what Shri Chakra is, right? So you'll get the knowledge. It's not just the Shri Chakra that you do puja at home. You'll get into the architecture of Shri Chakra, why Shri Chakra, what is the inner meaning of Shri Chakra, how Shri Chakra is, your body itself is Shri Chakra, the whole Brahmanda itself is Shri Chakra. Adi Shankara has written it like that. So you'll get the inner meaning of all this. And most importantly, you will get some perspective of Shri Vidya, the Jnana of Shri Vidya, what Shri Vidya is. It is so vast that it takes more than one lifetime to understand it and practice it. However, you can practice Shri Vidya through chanting of Saundarya Lahari. Chanting of Saundarya Lahari and singing of Saundarya Lahari, healing yourself, understanding Adi Shankara's work is a good starting point to get to Shri Vidya. Okay. Then, I think I have touched this point. Most importantly, you will get to understand your own chakras and how Shri Chakra is linked to your Shat chakras, and how the knowledge of your chakras is also a part of Shri Vidya. It's a part of Shri Vidya. So, knowledge of your chakras, knowledge of Kundalini ascent, descent, all this is part of Shri Vidya itself. As you move towards the musical side of Saundarya Lahari, you will understand how each raga, the bhava, and the artha that is enshrined in each of the Saundarya Lahari shloka, how the raga, the bhava, and artha are in synchronous state. They're synchronized so beautifully in Saundarya Lahari. The raga that is chosen for Saundarya Lahari, the bhava of the manodharma of the raga, the bhava that it brings out, and there is a manodharma of the shloka also, and there is the artha of the shloka also. How they are in synchronicity, you will experience it as you slowly go into the shloka, because Devi will take you inside. We don't have to do much. Okay, once you get in, you are in Devi's hands. Today you are here because you are in Devi's hands already. Over a period of time, we will also guide you to meditate on each of the shlokas. So it's not just chanting, it is silent meditation on each shloka. Artha, you got what I'm saying? Yeah. So silently, you can meditate on the bhava of the shloka, what the shloka is talking about. So when I say Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shaktaha Prabhavitum Na Chedevam Devo Na Khalu Kushalaha Spanditumapi Atastvam Aradhyam Harihara Virinchadipirapi Pranantum Stotumva Katham Akruta Punyaha Prabhavati. Many of you know this and you know how to chant it. But if I ask you to meditate on the shloka, what does it take? ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ವಾಟ್ ಡು ಯು ನೀಡ್ ವೆನ್ ಐ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ಟು ಮೆಡಿಟೇಟ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಶ್ಲೋಕ? ಹೇಳಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಶ್ಲೋಕದ ಭಾವ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ವಾಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಟೋನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಶ್ಲೋಕ? ಅದೇನು ಹೇಳಿ ಆದಿಶಂಕರರು ವಾಟ್ ಡಿಡ್ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ವೆನ್ ಹಿ ಕಂಪೋಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಶ್ಲೋಕ? Only when you get to that bhava, that sthai, you can meditate on it. So that is the most important. Then Devi is with you. Okay. So meditate on the vak and artha. Vak is what you chant. The artha is what you get out of that. What Adi Shankara intended to convey when he wrote that shloka, right? So when you meditate on that, that is when Devi will give her darshana. Like it? This is the way Soundaryalahari is. If you are just a chanter, if you just want to chant, you could be a devotee, bhakta, or bhakte, correct? But do you also want to be a sadhaka or a sadhaki? There is a difference, right? Bhakta hagu sadhaka. So do you want to enter Soundaryalahari as a bhakta or a sadhaka? What do you think? Sadhaka? Surely? Okay. Now tell me the difference. Hey, what's the difference according to you? ಇವತ್ತು ಭಕ್ತರಾಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಸಾಧಕರಾಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್? ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸಾಧನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು ನಾವು? ಬೈ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನು ಏನು ಸಾಧನೆ ಅಂತ, ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆರ್ ಯು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಸಾಧನೆ? ಎಸ್, ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಅ ಗೈಡ್ ಟು ಡೂ ದ ಸಾಧನೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಸಾಧನೆ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಷಿಯನ್, ದ ಸಾಧನೆ ಈಸ್ ದ ನಾದ ಯೋಗ, ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಭಕ್ತ ಏನು ಸಾಧನೆ? ಭಕ್ತಿ ಪರಾಕಾಷ್ಠೆ. ಒಬ್ಬ ಸಾಧಕ, ಇಫ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಜ್ಞಾನಿ ಆರ್ ಇಫ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಮಾರ್ಗ, ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸಾಧನೆ? ಆ ಶ್ಲೋಕದ ಅರ್ಥ, ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇಫ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕುಂಡಲಿನಿ path or wants to go into the Kundalini path, then ಅವಾಗ ಸಾಧನೆ ಏನು? ಸೌಂದರ್ಯಲಹರಿ. ಈಗ ಒಂಚೂರು ಡೀಪಾಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಲ್ವ, ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಸಾಧನೆ? ಆರ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಯು ಲಯ ಯೋಗ ವೇರ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು, ಆರ್ ರಾಜಯೋಗ ಸಾಧನೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಯು ಮೇ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಯು ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯಲಹರಿ. ಅಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಂಟಿಂಗ್. ನೌ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಡೀಪರ್, ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, I'll give you just an example. ಕ್ರಿಯಾ ಯೋಗ ಅಥವಾ ಶ್ರೀ ಅವರು ಕೊಡುವ ಯಾವುದು ಸುದರ್ಶನ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ, ಜಗ್ಗಿ ಅವರ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋದಾಗ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಸಾಧನೆಯ ಕ್ರಮಗಳು. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಸಾಧನಾ ಕ್ರಮಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯಲಹರಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅ ಸಾಧನಾ ಕ್ರಮ. That is called Shri Vidya. You may not enter that, but you may just touch the surface. Okay, so would you want to be a bhakta or a bhakte where you want to increase your bhakti of Devi, or would you want to be a gnani and you want to increase your gnana, or if you want to be a Nadayogini, okay, who want to explore and experience and explore Soundaryalahari through the Nada and the Ananda, or if you want to be a, I won't say tantric, but a yogic a yogic person who want to explore Soundaryalahari from a yoga perspective. ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರಾಗ ಮಾತು ಹೇಳಿ. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲೈಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯಲಹರಿ. ಇಟ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಸೋ ಮಚ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಒನ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಅಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಬೇಬಿ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್. ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋನ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ. You want to be a Gnani. Very good. Very nice. She has clarity. Yes. Gnani. Yes. Amma? Gnana, Bhakti. ಭಕ್ತಿ ಅವರು ಇನ್ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ?
ಭಕ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಲಿತು ಅದನ್ನ ಅಳವಡಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನ ಇನ್ನೂ ಇಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂತ.
She is talking about an integrated approach of Bhakti and Jnana. Very nice. Correct. And teach others. Her goal is very clear, very nice. So you have one student who is next line bantu.
I'm already another and teaching.
Oh, fantastic. Very nice. She's teaching. Good. Next, inyar heltira. Yeah, what appeals to you? Bhakti, Jnana, integrated Bhakti, Jnana.
I believe in learning better by teaching.
That's the right approach for a teacher,
That's
including always true. Even for me, all of us. The more we empty ourselves, the more we have space to fill inside. Wow. So, Inyara, who else want to share? What do you think? Harika. Gnani and Nadayogini, integrated. Yeah, you don't know what it means. It's okay. And in fact, as we progress, we would like you to share the feedback as well as to how your experience has been or is going, if there is any course correction that is required. Okay. So it's a fantastic, beautiful journey as you take. Devi is so compassionate. She will give more than what you've asked. Adike Devi, it is said that where there is bhoga, there is no moksha. Where there is moksha, there is no room for bhoga. Bhoga means enjoyments of life. Moksha means moksha sthiti. That means in this janma I have moksha sthiti, as well as freedom from the cycle of birth and death. Moksha, final. Eradu moksha. Jivan mukta sthiti anta karitivalla. That's also moksha at this moment. Devi gives both bhoga, which is material enjoyment and transcendental enjoyment, as well as moksha sthiti. Both. That's the path of Devi. Shiva's path is difficult. Shakti's path is like that because she is mother. She's so forgiving. So Soundaryalahari is all about compassionate mother. She's not worried about our mistakes. She's not worried about our misgivings. If we forget something, nothing. She's very forgiving. She will give us more and more love. So as you experience Soundaryalahari, your love for humanity will overflow. You'll start loving yourself so much. You'll forgive yourself, you'll heal, and you will love the world. That's the beauty of Soundaryalahari. So automatically, bhakti will get transcended to universal love. Ade bekalva namge. We want to love ourselves and we want to love the world. So we don't have to do anything. Chant Soundaryalahari, understanding the meaning of Soundaryalahari, or sing Soundaryalahari. Celebrate her. When you celebrate Devi, you are celebrating yourself. Inyara heltira Nada, Bhakti, Jnana. Anybody else want to share? So these are all called spiritual siddhis. Whatever you are speaking now, my Jnana will increase, my bhakti will increase, my bhakti towards God my gnana will increase. I will go through a Kundalini awakening. So all these things that we get the knowledge of, they're all our spiritual siddhis. Spiritual siddhi for us comes as self-knowledge. It's not like I'm able to levitate, I'm able to go and anima, mahima, prakamya. Adu baratte. But more importantly, as you transcend, get the gnana, you'll feel very comfortable about yourself. So spiritual gnana is not easy to get. You'll get the self-knowledge very, very beautifully. So, do you have any questions in this? This is the path of Soundaryalahari. Okay, na? Okay. Nanda. So we are going to teach an integrated practice of Soundaryalahari. It is not going as we were talking about. So it's an integrated practice for you. So which means it's going to be a part of your life. Do you want that, or do you just want to chant it? You want the benefits of Soundaryalahari, alva. So when you practice Soundaryalahari, it is equivalent to meditation. There is no difference from now on between your normal meditation and Soundaryalahari. So when you meditate in silence, Allah. When you don't find silence, you cannot meditate. So Soundaryalahari helps you get to your inner silence. It will help you go inside. How? How does chanting of Soundaryalahari give you that? Is because chanting of Soundaryalahari gives you bliss, ananda. As you get to know Devi, her knowledge, you will get ananda. As you get more ananda, you will be contented. As you feel contented, you will find silence inside, because you will find the meaning of life. You will find peace. As you find more peace, the feelings inside will get more and more divine. Alva? So as you get more divine, your meditation will blossom beautifully. In fact, you don't need to think of something and meditate, or you don't have to focus and concentrate and meditate. You'll get into a sahaja yoga. Thinking of Devi just for a moment will bring smile on your face. It's like thinking of those of you who are mothers, when you think of your child's face, one smile varattalla. Adhe thara, you'll get that Devi's thinking of Devi. But to think about Devi, the universal mother, there is no better way to think through the love, other than through the love of Soundaryalahari. Okay, Soundaryalahari gives you the deep bhava. So that is the magic, that is the methodology that we are going to employ. And we would also want to make these sessions interactive, which means Roopa will actually explain as you proceed, okay, in each class, how each class will be organized, and how it is very important when I teach Soundaryalahari that your voices are heard. If you don't talk, the Devi inside you will not talk. Alva? So you should talk about how you feel, how you are enjoying, what you are not understanding. So bhakti jote gnana eradu barbeku. So we'll ensure that the heart blossoms very nicely as you are going through Soundaryalahari. So We will not hurry this. Please understand. So that's why this is a very different way of learning. Because once Soundaryalahari comes inside you, she's going to stay. Devi is going to be there permanently. Ask her.
I vouch.
Yeah. So very soon you will get to a stage because Devi will start speaking through you and she will say, you become a teacher. I want you to teach. I want you to spread the happiness. That's how she is. Devi is like that because Devi has chosen each one of us to be her ambassadors. Okay. No other subject will give you this bliss where you also want to give this knowledge to the mankind or the womankind or the person kind. Alva? So we will go through an integrated practice of Soundaryalahari. The benefits of Soundaryalahari. What are we going to get? Very quickly, I will give you this. Is this class okay? Because instead of giving the theory part, we'll get to that in a moment. I will talk about three important shlokas I will take and then I will tell you what they mean. So what are the benefits of Soundaryalahari? So integrated practice of Soundaryalahari may include the following. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ integrated practice of Soundaryalahari ಅಂದ್ರೆ. You chant Soundaryalahari shlokas in the manner taught by your guru. So she's your guru. So she's going to teach you a particular way of chanting. Singing Soundaryalahari shlokas composed in a particular raga. So we have chosen a methodology and a framework. So Roopa will give you that particular methodology because it has been tried, tested and proven. Okay. Advanced topics of Soundaryalahari may, I'm not saying will, may include chakra meditation using Soundaryalahari shlokas. For those of you who want to get to that next level. Then meditation of vak and artha of the shloka along with the prescribed dhyana path or dhyana marga. So we will tell you to meditate on the vak and artha along with the prescribed dhyana marga. So there is a dhyana marga. Every path has a different dhyana marga. So we'll give you a prescribed dhyana marga so that the integrated practice, so it's easy on you. Some people are not musically oriented. Some people are. Okay. So if you're musically oriented, the nada kind of meditation becomes easy for you. If you're a gnana path only, then you'll have to understand the meaning and meditate on the meaning. Okay. So we'll come to that. Then for those of you who want to get a little bit into the mantra part of Soundaryalahari, the Shri Vidya part, because the Shri Soundaryalahari is basically a Shri Vidya work, which means it has mantras like Bala mantra, Shodashi, Mahashodashi, all these mantras are embedded inside. And Adi Shankara has composed a very complex mantra work. So those of you who are interested in getting into the mantra aspect of it, the Shri Vidya aspect of it, that's a separate path. Then when you say mantra, you must have heard Kalidasa saying Sarva Yantratmike, Sarva Mantratmike, Sarva Tantratmike. Then Sarva Nadatmike, Sarva Loke Jaganmatrike. Pahimam, Pahimam. So Yantra, Mantra, Tantra, Nada, Yoga, all these are integrated. But let's take Yantra, Mantra, Tantra. So you cannot separate these three. Okay, so Devi has got a Yantra Swarupa, She's got a mantra swarupa, and the entire practice is integrated as tantra. So, for those of you who want to get to that path, not everybody is will get attracted to it. There's some people who want to say, yes, I want to get to that also. Okay, so that also, but here I'm not talking about tantra as part of your ritual. I'm talking about the knowledge. So, for example, what mantras are embedded in what shlokas? So, what is Devi's Mula Mantra? So, what is Shri Yantra? How is Shri Yantra linked to Shri Vidya? So, how is Shri Yantra her mantra sharira? Sorry, her Yantra sharira. How is Shri Chakra her Yantra sharira? So, there are so many secrets that are part of, that are actually in Soundaryalahari. So if you are inquisitive over a period of time, so you get to that path. Then the Raja Yoga and Kundalini Yoga, as prescribed by Soundaryalahari shlokas. So this is also a benefit. Mantra is a benefit, Yantra is a benefit. Whether you want it or not, if that is your path, Raja Yoga, Kundalini Yoga, that's also a benefit. But as prescribed by Soundaryalahari shlokas, not any other way. Okay, because there is a framework. Then there is something called samayachara sadhana. That means it's a Raja Yoga path where the sadhaka yogi brings his awareness to each chakra from Mooladhara all the way up to Sahasrara, brings Kundalini up from Mooladhara all the way to Sahasrara with the bedhana of granthis, 3 granthis. So that is samayachara path, which is a very sattvic and a Vedic path, but that's the highest advanced path. Very few people are able to get to that. But knowing a little bit of Jnana of that doesn't hurt. Whether we follow or not, at least we know that. So that's what Soundaryalahari gives. The Soundaryalahari gives the Jnana that yes, there are certain Samayachara yogis who do sadhana in this way. And Devi is very pleased with them. So that's what Adi Shankara says. Adi Shankara is not asking us to do all that. Adi Shankara is saying there are lot of these margas that Soundaryalahari speaks of. Now, sadhaka can follow one or more of the paths that I just spoke just now. Okay. Or can follow an integrated path. Depending on his janma and what nishkama karma the person has done in his previous janma, and the blessings of Devi and the blessings of parents, samskaras, nature, nurture, education, everything put together, you arrive at a moment in your life where you say, yes, I want to start my sadhana. Okay. Now there are physical benefits of Soundaryalahari where you'll get increased energy and vitality. It will keep your, always, look at us. We are bundle of energy bunnies. So the spiritual energy is so high, we're always in bliss, we are always laughing. But our emotions are also very high. We always want to, we are in the universal love. So, enhanced physical strength and flexibility. So there is a spiritual flexibility inside us that comes in. Reduction in overall stress levels and physical relaxation. Okay, you will get to that. These are all the physical benefits of Soundaryalahari. I'm not saying chanting alone. I'm saying what Soundaryalahari has to offer us. Then mental benefits of Soundaryalahari. Improvement in clarity and focus. most important for students, and most important for people who are lost in life also, right? Due to circumstances. Improvement in clarity and focus, enhancement in creativity, because it's all Devi, right? So she is the one who is responsible. She is Lalita Kale. So enhancement in creativity, memory improvement. You know why? You'll tap into your super consciousness. She'll speak through your super consciousness. That will become normal. You don't have to worry about remembering things. You have access to so much. The emotional benefits of Saundarya. You will get to an emotional balance over a period of time because Devi is inside. More importantly, it's the Ardhanarishwara. You'll start, there are shlokas for Ardhanarishwara, Saundaryalahari. So you'll get a balance inside us. We'll understand our left brain, right brain. We'll know that we are Ardhanarishwara Swarupa. There is Shiva inside us, there is Shakti inside us. And each of our chakras actually are Shiva Shakti Swarupas. You'll get to understand so much of yourself. So there'll be an emotional balance as an outcome of this knowledge. Increased self-awareness. Mukhya alva idu. Who am I? Increased self-awareness through Vedanta is one method where we use Nirvana Shatakam. Neti, 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 neti. Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivo. A self-awareness increase agi. I am Shiva. But not easy to get. That path is very difficult. It's a path of renunciation. ಅದು ಮೋಕ್ಷದ ಮಾರ್ಗ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಭೋಗನೂ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. We have to live our life to its fullest. So our self-awareness about us is very important so that we lead a fulfilled life and also we seek liberation.
Path to self-realization.
Path to self-realization. Absolutely. Then enhanced intuition. ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ ಇದು? We don't want to second guess every time. ಸೊ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಳೆದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದು ಬೇಡ. Later we realize I should have done what came to my intuition first. So you will reduce your acting out by your instinct, by your intelligence, and move towards intuition. Because Devi is at work. You've surrendered to Devi. You've asked her to take care. Once that happens, then the divine inside you will actually take decisions. The next is spiritual benefits of Saundaryalahari. We looked at physical, mental, emotional, spiritual benefits. Here is where we'll go through spiritual awakening. So she will take us through spiritual awakening. But for this, self-awareness is important. Chanting Saundaryalahari without self-awareness, no spiritual awakening. So if you want spiritual awakening, then self-awareness. Why am I doing this? What do I want out of this? Adilde edre ಏನಂತಾರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಿ ಕಮಕ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? We are not sitting here for that. So we'll allow Devi to naturally do this. We are not going to force anything. She will come and speak through each one of us and you will discover it. It takes a little time, but it will happen. That is the beauty. Saundaryalahari has been written by Adi Shankara for this purpose only. This is the reason why our Yadature Swami, Gurugalu, is asked lakhs and lakhs of people to chant Saundaryalahari so that self-awareness actually opens up. If you force yourself to chant every day, one day that self-awareness will open. One day you will want to feel and understand the artha of what you are chanting. One day Devi will come and speak through you. Your bhakti and jnana will enhance. So that is the reason why he is asking all of us to at least chant and understand the basic meaning, and especially all the mothers and sisters of the family. If they are given Soundarya Lahari, then the entire, all the brothers and fathers will be taken care. Okay.
Here,
Here.
my experience,
Yes, please.
just chanting of the shlokas will open up to your self-realization. It will for sure. But if I feel it will take a longer time. But the way Sir is taking for us will happen in days. It's happened for me. With Jnana, chanting with Jnana, understanding Devi with total surrenderness, bhakti, with Jnana will make wonders in a very short time. For me, it's just 1 year of association with Keshava sir. I call him Anna now, Keshava Anna. And what I was 1 year before and how I think now, complete transformation. So when he was forcing me to start classes, I was like, no, 100 shlokas ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡಿ ಅಣ್ಣ, first ನನಗೆ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಬರಲಿ ಅಂತ. But that will take a very long time. So he said, no, you start off, you can do it. The moment I accepted that within myself, yes, I can do it, miracles have started happening within few days. Things have started working out for the class. I'm experiencing this and I just don't want to keep it to myself. I want all of you to experience this. It will happen. So chanting with Jnana, it will just, like a flight, it takes off. I want all of you to experience this. So whatever best I can, I will give with his guidance. I will do it. And because we know music, it will be even more faster. You can get into bhakti through music very easily. That's what I feel. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ, ನೀವು ಹಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಳಗೆ ತುಂಬಬೇಕು. ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೇನೆ ಸಾಕು. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಯು ಸಮ್ವೇರ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಚಾಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ 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 ದೇವಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರ್ತಾಳೆ ಅಂತ ಕಾಯೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it's very fast. That's my experience. Thank you.
Yes. I want to add what Roopa is saying. When I make this statement, you will not understand it. Vak is Shakti. Artha is Shiva. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಶಿವ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಒಳಗಡೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ವಾಕ್ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ. ಆ ವಾಕ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್, ಎವ್ರಿ ವರ್ಡ್, ಎವ್ರಿ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಇಟ್. ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಶಿವ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್, you will get the walk. Shakti will come to you as energy. You will hear me speaking. But only when you get the artha, then Shiva has entered you. So don't you want the walk and artha? Both. But they are fused together like Shiva Shakti. Vagarthaviva sampraktau vagartha pratipattaye. Vak and artha are fused inside with each other. ಒಬ್ರನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ವಾಕ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ. That is applicable to every word that I say, that's applicable to every syllable, that every akshara, every matruka, akaradinda hakaradavarigu iruva all matrukas, each of the 50 matrukas has vak and artha embedded. That's the reason it's called bija mantra. Okay, and each of these bija mantras put together become a pada, then a vakya, right? So that's what I'm speaking in English. Vakyas making the padas with English alphabets, but the meaning I'm communicating to you. So the meaning that you are getting as I'm speaking is different from the words that I'm using. I could use any language. I could just switch over to Kannada. Kannadadalli maatadidru kuda, so English nalli if I speak in English, but the meaning you're getting is different. Correct? So it's the meaning that is important, not the language. Language is a medium, it's energy. So in Soundaryalahari, the shloka, when you chant, is the vak. But the artha inside is difficult. That's the reason I have taken effort for each shloka on an average. I won't say on an average. At the highest side, I have written 400 pages for one shloka. At the lowest side, maybe 20 pages for each shloka. So it is not the vak. Vak is only 4 lines. But the artha anusandhana, the artha is so deep, artha garbhita. So adana layer by layer by layer bidisbeku each shloka, bidsi olgade hogbeku. The deeper you want to go, the deeper your thirst for knowledge is. Do you want to be that? Alva? So we are not going to make it easy or difficult. We are going to keep it as it is. But you are going to, because your siddhi will improve, because Devi will speak through you, your power increases, your self-awareness increases, so you are able to take a bigger challenge. That's exactly what happened to her and other students, where initially it was not easy when we went through, because these are classic texts. Even Soundaryalahari has got 33 vyakhyanas, the highest vyakhyanas that you can find. So how can somebody, 33 or 45 people, find different kinds of meanings for one single shloka? How many perspectives can one explore? Can't even imagine that. It is that deep. So beautiful. So it's like getting a Oscar award when you actually understand Soundaryalahari shloka. You feel like you've received a Grammy award or Bharat Ratna. That is the feeling you will get when you understand these shlokas, because they will mean a lot for you. No other, the only 2 granthas or kritis that I have found this kind of knowledge and bliss that I get is, one is Lalita Sahasranama, the next is Trishati, Lalita Trishati, and Soundaryalahari. These 3 stand at the pinnacle, but all are connected so beautifully that the moment you start studying Soundaryalahari, you'll connect to Lalita Sahasranama and you'll start understanding that. The moment we talk about Mahi Mula Dhare Kamapi Manipur, then you say, oh, Manipurabjan Nilaya, you'll get to that. So you will start connecting the namas of Trishati, namas of Soundaryalahari, namas of Lalita Sahasranama, or Soundaryalahari shlokas and namas of Lalita Sahasranama. You'll start connecting. Automatically your spiritual side will improve. You know that there is, today we call this IQ, then EQ, then you know there is something else called spiritual quotient, SQ. IQ gotu, intelligence. IQ jasti ಇದೆ. Emotional quotient, that means, yeah, stable person, can go and talk to the person will help me out. Emotional quotient ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Spiritual quotient. So Saundarya Lahari will increase all of them here, but we are talking about spiritual quotient here. I heard a great soul talking about, few days back I attended Madhusudan Sai from Satya Sai Institute of Spiritual Excellence, it's a university. He was talking very beautifully about excellence. There is something called human excellence in us. We excel in our humanity, how we are human to ourselves and others. Then social excellence, how we are socially, how we are with each other, social excellence. Then there is spiritual excellence. Don't we want to be spiritual, excel in our spirituality? Spiritual excellence ಅನ್ನೋ ವರ್ಡ್ ಕೇಳಿರಲ್ಲ ನಾನು. But our Sanatana Dharma is all about spiritual excellence. We could be socially very, very good, emotionally very, very good. But are we spiritual? Excellence ಇದೆಯಾ ನಮಗೆ? When we don't have spiritual excellence, how can we teach it to our children? How can we even know how to walk the path? Then we can talk about it. Alva? So the spiritual excellence is what we are talking. What Soundaryalahari lays down for us. But very beautifully. It is not hard. But sadhane hard. Kundalini Raja Yoga path is hard. But the knowledge of that is not. If you know that you have chakras inside you, if you know that if your chakras start communicating with you, whether Kundalini ascends or not, don't you feel good? Oh, ಹೌದಾ, ನನ್ನಲ್ಲೂ ಚಕ್ರಗಳಿದೆಯಾ? ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಐ ನೋ ದೆಮ್? ನನ್ನ ಚಕ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿವಶಕ್ತಿಯರು ಇದ್ದಾರಾ? ಹೇಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಆ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಒಂದ್ಸಲಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಯು ಫೀಲ್ ಸೋ blissful inside. Yes, that is what this Soundaryalahari gives you. That spiritual excellence, path towards spiritual excellence. So Veda, as I said last time, Vedanta gives what is Parabrahma, what is not Parabrahma, whereas Soundaryalahari tells you how to reach Parabrahma, how to get there. Okay, what ತುಂಬಾ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಈ ವಾಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಸೋ ಹಾರ್ಡ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಈಸಿ. ಬಟ್ ಆದಿಶಂಕರ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ದ ಅದರ್ ಒನ್. ಸೌಂದರ್ಯಲಹರಿನೂ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ವಾಟ್ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, ಹೌಯಿಂದ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋಣ, ವಾಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮೆಥಡ್. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಮೂವ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್. ಅನದರ್ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಈಸ್ your connection to divine. Alva? Do you have a connection to divine already? How many of you feel it? How many? Yeah. Yes. Ishtena? What about your connection to divine? Idya? Yes. Who else? Amma andre magu nanta velgadinda. You feel that? Or you have connection to divine? Or you think you do? Or you'd like to have? It's a want. It's a wish. All of us have. It's just that we don't believe that we have. You know why we don't believe that we have? Gotta. We want God to come and convince us that I am divine. There is a connection. ದೇವರು ಬಂದು ನಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ, ದೇವ್ರನ್ನ ಬಂದ್ರು ದೇವ್ರ ಕಣ್ಮುಂದೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ನಂಬಲ್ಲ.
This generation wants everything.
Yes.
Proof.
Correct.
Proof.
Instagram reel ದೇವ್ರು ಬಂದ್ರು ಕೂಡ 3 seconds, no, you're not God, I don't believe you. That's how we are. So yes, we have connection to divine. Reinforce ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Important, inner peace. So spiritual benefits ide mukhya alla. Spiritual awakening, connection to divine, inner peace. So this is how we are going to get to Soundaryalahari. Before I jump to 3 shlokas, which I'll just give you today. Just the vak and artha and the meaning. Shloka number 1, shloka number 22, shloka number 27. I'm going to talk us through. I'll just take 1 minute break. You want to say something? Yenaru helodidya? How do you like the class? Fantastic. Okay. She has to do the magic now. Yeah, they will flow through each one of us. Coffee? ಇವಾಗಲೇ ಬೇಡ ಮೇಬಿ ನನ್ನ half an hour. All set, shall we? I will take the first shloka. Before that, when we do our classes, we'll use PowerPoint. So you're going to go through PowerPoint slides. So nothing, you don't have to worry about, don't worry about taking too much notes. Okay. So PowerPoint slides irutte. We are going to make it very professional. So vak and artha. Okay. We also received, so predominantly we wanted to start an English class, but I think she received
both English and Kannada. In between, eradu.
So we'll go through the PowerPoint slides both in English and Kannada so that you are comfortable. More importantly, how much ever we think we are comfortable in English, it is our mother tongue that we feel comfortable when we hear the Sanskrit words in our native tongue. That's my experience also. So other than the spirituality, andaga, as much as you want to learn in English, your soul will rest at peace when you hear the Sanskrit terminologies translated to Kannada. So we'll go through both. So that's the reason. It will take a little while for you to get into the groove. So we'll make it simple through PowerPoint presentations. And then each class will have a feedback session as well. Okay. So Shloka 1. This is Devi's supreme power and sadhakas unworthiness to offer her praise and worship. Andre Bhagavatiya ಅಪರಿಮಿತ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಸಾಧಕನಿಗೆ ಭಗವತಿಗೆ ಪೂಜಿಸಲು ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ತುತಿ ಮಾಡಲು ಇರುವ ಅನರ್ಹತೆ. So this is the context. This is the title of Shloka 1. So I will just go through this so that you understand how we teach. Okay. In the first context, why Adi Shankara has written this shloka? What is the purpose? So every shloka will be preceded by a context. And the context ilde hodre, you will not remember why Adi Shankara wrote it. That is one. And if you think, or if anybody tells you that these shlokas are random, there is no connection between shlokas, there is no progression, they are wrong. So Adi Shankara has written shlokas very meticulously, chosen why these shlokas come after each other. It's just that one has to find the patterns. So what Adi Shankara has told in the previous shloka and how it connects to the next shloka. That is what we'll talk about in context. So in the first shloka of Soundaryalahari, Adi Shankara glorifies Parashakti, who is the cosmic mother of the universe, and she is worshipped and revered by Trimurtis. Who are the Trimurtis? Correct. These are the Trimurtis. Next you will ask the question, you call Maheshwara, then there is Shiva Shakti, there is one Shiva, then there is Rudra. Oh, too many names. That question will come someday. Hold it. We'll figure it out. We'll tell you. So, which also means when you get questions, note down. In spirituality, there's nothing called silly question. Every question is important because you're not asking it. Devi is making you ask it. Okay. That's why vak and artha ಒಳಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. So any doubt you have, write down. She will try to answer. Otherwise, I'm here. Okay. And Many times these questions becomes FAQ for us. Frequently asked questions ಲಿಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. They are good questions. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ please do not worry. There's nothing that is trivial here. Okay. So she is revered by even the Trimurtis. Adi Shankara demonstrates in the shloka the Advaita state of Shiva Shakti's unity. There are a lot of big words here. Adi Shankara in this shloka demonstrates the Advaita state of Shiva Shakti's unity. Shiva Shaktiyರ ಐಕ್ಯ ಭಾವದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದ್ವೈತವಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಆದಿಶಂಕರರು ಪ್ರತಿಪಾದಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಈಗ? ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಈಸಿನ ಕನ್ನಡ ಈಸಿನ ಈಗ? ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಈಸಿ. ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಬೋತ್. Correct? Yeah. By giving us the most important perspective, which is Shiva and Shakti are never separate. The perspective is Shiva and Shakti are never separate, which means they are always in union and aikya. And their union and aikya is the Advaita, which is Parabrahma Tattva. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೋಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಒಳಗೆ? ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಹೋದಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಶಿವ, they are in perfect, eternal, cosmic union as the Parabrahma Tattva. I'll repeat again. They are in perfect, eternal, cosmic union as Parabrahma Tattva. So many concepts are put in this first shloka. Without Shakti, Shiva cannot even move, let alone create the universe. Shakti illade Shivanu ಸ್ಪಂದಿಸಲು ಅಶಕ್ತ. ಹೇಗೆ ತಾನೇ ಅವನು ಜಗತ್ತನ್ನು ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡಲು ಶಕ್ತನಾದಾನು ಅನ್ನೋ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಒನ್ ಹೂ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್, ಅದು ತ್ರಿಮೂರ್ತಿದ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ರು, ಶಿವಶಕ್ತಿ ಯೂನಿಟಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ರು, ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಶಿವ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ರು. ಇವಾಗ ಮನುಷ್ಯಂಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರು. ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಅ ಜೀವಾತ್ಮ? ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಜೀವಾತ್ಮ, ಒನ್ ಹೂ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಮೆರಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪುಣ್ಯ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಬರ್ತ್ಸ್, ಜನ್ಮ ಜನ್ಮಾಂತರಗಳ ಪುಣ್ಯ ವಿಶೇಷವಿಲ್ಲದಿದ್ದರೆ ಆ ಪುಣ್ಯ ಶೇಷವಿಲ್ಲದಿದ್ದರೆ ಒನ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಇವನ್ ಆಫರ್ ರೆವರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರಣಾಮ ಟು ದೇವಿ ಆರ್ ಇವನ್ ಪ್ರೇಸ್ ಹರ್ ಗ್ಲೋರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅಮೇಜಿಂಗ್ 4 sentences, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಅಸ್. ಮೂಲ ಶ್ಲೋಕ goes this way: ಶಿವಃ ಶಕ್ತ್ಯಾ ಯುಕ್ತೋ ಯದಿ ಭವತಿ ಶಕ್ತಃ ಪ್ರಭವಿತುಂ ನ ಚೇದೇವಂ ದೇವೋ ನ ಖಲು ಕುಶಲಃ ಸ್ಪಂದಿತುಮಪಿ ಅತಸ್ತ್ವಾಂ ಆರಾಧ್ಯಾಂ ಹರಿಹರ ವಿರಿಂಚಾದಿಭಿರಪಿ ಪ್ರಣಂತುಂ ಸ್ತೋತುಂ ವಾ ಕಥಂ ಅಕೃತ ಪುಣ್ಯಃ ಪ್ರಭವತಿ. ಪ್ರತಿಪದಾರ್ಥ ನೋಡಿದರೆ, ಓ ಭಗವತಿ, ದೇವಃ ಶಿವಃ, ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ಶಿವ, ಶಕ್ತ್ಯ, ವಿತ್ ಶಕ್ತಿ, ಆಸ್ ಭಗವತಿ ಆರ್ ದೇವಿ, ಯುಕ್ತಃ, along with or one with, yadi bhavati, if the union between them happens, then shaktah prabhavitum is able to create the universe. Nachedevam, if he, that is Shiva, is not united with Shakti, spanditumapi, even to cause a minor movement, na khalu kushalaha, he has no power, does he? Ataha, therefore, Harihara Virinchadibhirapi, by Lord Vishnu, Hara meaning Rudra, Brahma and other devatas, Aradhyam, prayed, Tvam, you are, O my Devi. Akrita punyaha, for those who have not earned punya, meaning merits in their previous lives, pranantum, to prostrate at your lotus feet with surrender, stotumva, or to sing verses of your praise, katham prabhavati, how is it possible at all? ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಡ್ರಾಮಾ? See how shloka can be brought to life. how Sanskrit can be brought to life. It's so beautiful. It flows so nicely. Okay. Here Adi Shankara is praying too. When we see the bhavartha of the shloka, O Bhagavati, Shiva, who is the auspicious one. So Adi Shankara is praying to Bhagavati, the first shloka. O Bhagavati, Shiva, the auspicious one. Auspicious ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಕರೀತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? Because Shiva means Mangala. The word Shiva means Mangala. Shiva means auspicious. So beautiful. You don't need any auspiciousness at all. So ಸಂಗೀತದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮಂಗಳ ಕೃತಿ ಹಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಂಗಳ ಕೃತಿ ಬೇಡವೇ ಬೇಡ, ಶಿವ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಪದಾನೇ ಸಾಕು. ಇವಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ವಾಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಶಿವ, ದ ಅರ್ಥ ಈಸ್ ಮಂಗಳ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆದಿಶಂಕರ ಈಸ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ದ ಅರ್ಥ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಬೈ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಮಂಗಳಾರ್ಥ ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ಶಿವ. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ನೌ ಆನ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳೋದು, ವಾಕ್ ಜೊತೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಡೀಪಾಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಓ ಶಿವ, ಓ ಭಗವತಿ, ಶಿವ ದ ಆಸ್ಪಿಷಿಯಸ್ ಒನ್. Only if united and endowed with his power, the Shakti, he is able to create and manifest the worlds. If he is not, he is unable to even imagine movement. So, how can one, such as me, Adi Shankara is saying, he is even telling himself, ನಾನು ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ? ನಾನೊಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯ. ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು? ಶಿವನ ಅಂಶವಾಗಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಂತ ಆದಿಶಂಕರರೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾನು ಜೀವಾತ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿರುವ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯ, ನನ್ನಂತಹವನು. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಒನ್ ಸಚ್ ಆಸ್ ಮೀ ವಿತೌಟ್ ವರ್ಚ್ಯೂ? ಹಿಯರ್ ವರ್ಚ್ಯೂ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹೂ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಟೈನ್ಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಬರ್ತ್ಸ್, bow down or praise you, O my goddess, who is venerated or pujarhalada, pujyalada. By whom? By the three deities of creation, who is Brahma, protection, who is Vishnu, and Shiva, who is destruction. This is shloka 1 for you. Chanagidya? One nimsha, please hold. So this is how we are going to teach you shloka by shloka by shloka. Give you the experience. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಆಯಿತು, ಈ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? So Roopa is going to give you this method first so that you learn the shloka, the pratipada, the bhava, the meaning, the vak and artha. Once you understand deeply, then singing becomes, it will blossom beautifully. Alva? Okay. So do you want to add anything? I'll come to your question in a moment. Okay. Yes.
I just want to know, is this similar to Purusha and Prakriti in Sankhya philosophy?
It is much more than that. Here in Sankhya you have 24. In Shakta and Shaiva, here there is integrated Shakta and Shaiva. So Shakta is already Shaiva integrate agide. 36 tattvaಗಳು, there are 36 tattvas. So 24 has been extended up. But the bottom 24 remain the same. Then after that we elevate it, because we don't take Prakriti as Jada. Here we make Prakriti as Moola Prakriti. When she is Moola Prakriti, that means she is Chaitanya Swarupini and she is Lalita Tripura Sundari herself. So that is the main difference between Shakta and Sankhya. Then we have Purusha and all that. There are small variations here. So, but good. Why that question is good is, I think Lakshmidhara Vyakhyana odak neevu arharu. Because Lakshmidhara actually elucidates so beautifully, and he even reconciles these 24 to 36 very nicely. Tumba chennagi reconciliation kodtare avara vyakhyanaದಲ್ಲಿ. So if you want the Jnana of how 24 is 36, and he even brings, there are 51 tattvas antano link ಮಾಡಿ 51 ಗೂ reconciliation ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. Very beautiful. So in his Vyakhyan. Okay. So number 1, how much time do we have?
Another 9 minutes.
9 minutes. I will take one more shloka, very beautiful. 22nd shloka. Bhavani Tvam. Kelidira? ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಾ? It's an important shloka. Even if we go a little over time by 5-10 minutes, we'll do it. Okay? This shloka, every time I'll say this is the most important shloka in Soundaryalahari. Believe me, it is. But the importance does not diminish, but the bhava is different. Okay? So this 22nd shloka is, some ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನಕಾರಸ್ even refer this to as the 5th ಮಹಾವಾಕ್ಯ. 4 ಮಹಾವಾಕ್ಯಗಳು ಗೊತ್ತಾ? You remember? ಅಹಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಸ್ಮಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರ, ತತ್ವಮಸಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರ, ಪ್ರಜ್ಞಾನಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರ, ಅಯಮಾತ್ಮ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ 4.
ವಾಕ್ಯಗಳು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
ಅದೇ ಮಹಾವಾಕ್ಯಗಳು. ನಾನು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮವಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಅದು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ, ನೀನು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ, ಬ್ರಹ್ಮವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆನೂ ಇದೆ. ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರೂಫ್ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು, ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ. ನಾನು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ, ಅದು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ, ನೀನು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ, ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ 4 ಮಹಾವಾಕ್ಯ. 5ನೇ ಮಹಾವಾಕ್ಯ ಈಸ್ ಭವಾನಿತ್ವಂ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, we'll get deep into it as we move forward. The title of this shloka is this: the devotee meditates on Devi to bestow compassion, whereas she immediately offers liberation to the devotee. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಭಕ್ತ ಅಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಕರುಣಾಪೂರ್ಣವಾದ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯನ್ನು ನನ್ನ ಕಡೆ ಹರಿಸು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅವನು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲೇ ಭಗವತಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯವನ್ನೇ, ತನ್ನ ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯವನ್ನೇ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾಳಂತೆ. ಅವನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅಮ್ಮ ನನ್ನ ಕಡೆ ಒಂದ್ಸಲಿ ನೋಡು, ನನ್ನ ಬ್ಲೆಸ್ ಮಾಡು, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅವ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಅವಳೆಲ್ಲಿ? ಅವಳು ಮಗು ಬಾ ನೀವು ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೇಗಿದೆ? ಆನಂದದ ಬಾಷ್ಪ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಅಷ್ಟು ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಭಕ್ತಿ ಭಾವ ಪರಾಕಾಷ್ಠೆಯಿಂದ ತುಂಬಿದ ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಇದು. ಸೊ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯಲಹರಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ವಾ, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಇದೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಭಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ಕಾವ್ಯತ್ವದ ಪರಮಾವಧಿ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಕಾಂಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ 7 ಶ್ಲೋಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯಲಹರಿ, ಅಂದರೆ 21 ಅದರ ಹಿಂದಿರುವ 6 ಶ್ಲೋಕಗಳು. ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ 7 ಶ್ಲೋಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯಲಹರಿ, ಆದಿಶಂಕರ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಡ್ ದ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ 3 ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪುರುಷಾರ್ಥಾಸ್. ಪುರುಷಾರ್ಥ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರ? ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಪುರುಷಾರ್ಥ? ಹಿಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು? 4. ಯಾವುದು? ಧರ್ಮ, ಅರ್ಥ, ಕಾಮ, ಮೋಕ್ಷ. ಇದು 4ರ ಅರ್ಥ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ 4 ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಗೊತ್ತು. ಇರಲಿ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ. ಸೊ the previous 7 shlokas, Adishankara has explained the benefits that the first 3 types of Purushartha provides, which is Dharma, Artha and Kama. In this 22nd shloka, Adishankara takes up the challenge of explaining the benefit of the last and the most difficult Purushartha to attain, which is moksha. Correct? In this shloka, Adi Shankara provides us the glimpse of extraordinary, compassionate and big heart of Devi. And he does it with a beautiful example, where he says that the sadhaka, when with full devotion meditates and worships Devi, at that very moment she offers him mukti or liberation called as sayujya. ಎಷ್ಟು ತರ ಮುಕ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? 4 ತರ ಇದೆ. ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಮೋಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ 4 ತರ ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇವಾಗ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ. ಸಾಲೋಕ್ಯ, ಸಾಮೀಪ್ಯ, ಸಾರೂಪ್ಯ, ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯ, ಕಡೆ ಕೈವಲ್ಯ. 4 ಥರ ಮೋಕ್ಷಗಳಿದೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಈ ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ. ಸಾಲೋಕ್ಯ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ದೇವರ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಕಡೆಗೆ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸೇ ಯು ಬಿಲೀವ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಗುರು. ಆ ಗುರುವಿನ ಆಶ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಆ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದಂಗಲ್ವಾ ಸಾಲೋಕ್ಯ. ದೇವರ ಮನೇಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೋತೀರ, ದೇವರನ್ನ ವರ್ಷಿಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರ, ದೇವರ ಸಾಲೋಕ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು. ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದೆ, ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಕಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ಯಾಕೆ? ಸಾಲೋಕ್ಯ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಮೋಕ್ಷದ ಭಾವನೆ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಸಾಲೋಕ್ಯ, ದೇವರ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ಗರ್ಭಗುಡಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸಾಲೋಕ್ಯ. ದೆನ್ ಸಾಮೀಪ್ಯ, ಹತ್ತಿರ, ದೇವರ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಕುತ್ಕೋತೀವಿ. ಅದೇ ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಪಂಚಾಮೃತ ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೀವಿ ದೇವರಿಗೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ದೇವಿಗೆ ಸೀರೆ ತಂದು ಉಡಿಸ್ತೀವಿ, ಅಲಂಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸಾಮೀಪ್ಯ ಬೇಕು ದೇವರಿಗೆ. ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈಸ್ ಕಡೆ ಮೋಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಸಾಮೀಪ್ಯ, ದೇವರ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಜಾಗ ಕೊಡ್ತಾಳೆ ದೇವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡು, ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆನೇ ಇರೋ ನೀನು. ಸಾಮೀಪ್ಯ, ಸಮೀಪ, ಸಾಮೀಪ್ಯ. ದೆನ್ ಸಾರೂಪ್ಯ, ದೇವರ ರೂಪಾನೇ ಸಿಕ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸಾರೂಪ್ಯ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲೇ ದೇವಿನ ಕೂರಿಸಿದ್ದೇವೆ ನೋಡಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ದೇವರ ರೂಪ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತಾ? ದ ಕ್ಲೋಸೆಸ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಗೋ ಇಸ್ ಒಂದು ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಸಿನಿಮಾನಲ್ಲೋ ದೇವರ ವೇಷ ಹಾಕೋತೀವಿ. ಸಾರೂಪ್ಯ. ವಿ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಗಾಡ್ ಬೈ ಇಮಿಟೇಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಲುಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಗಾಡ್, ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ ವಿ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಗಾಡ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸೊ ದೇವರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಾಗೋದು ಒಂದು ಥರ ಇದು ಸಾರೂಪ್ಯ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ವಿ ನೋ ದಿಸ್ ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಇಟ್. ದೆನ್ ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯ, ದೇವರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಾಗೋದು. ಅಹಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಸ್ಮಿ, ನನಗೂ ದೇವರಿಗೂ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸವಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದೆ. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ?
ಸಾರೂಪ್ಯ,
ಸಾಮೀಪ್ಯ, ಸಾರೂಪ್ಯ.
ಸಾರೂಪ್ಯ. When you always start thinking of Devi, one part of your life is Devi always. Probably I feel you start looking like.
You start looking like that. But that is at the, when you reach that level. ಭವಾನಿತ್ವము ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಚೂರು 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 ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಬ್ರೆಡ್ ಕ್ರಮ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಈಗ ಇರುವೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಾರಿ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಇರುವೆ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಐ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್. ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್. ಹೇಳಮ್ಮ.
All these 4 levels of Roopa, are they like stages to complete Advaita?
Yeah, also. See, they're all different aspects of Advaita which leads to final non-duality. Yes, absolutely. So ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸಾರೂಪ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ರೂಪ, that means you take the form of Devi. You take the form and function of Devi. ದೇವಿಯ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಗಾಡ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಗಾಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ಇಟ್. ಸಾರೂಪ್ಯನೇ ಅದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ನೋಡಿ. ತಂದೆ ಥರನೇ ಇದೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಾರೂಪ್ಯ. ಸೊ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಅವರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಓನ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನಾವು ಸಾಮ್ಯ ಹುಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಏನು ನೋಡು ಒಂದು ಆ್ಯಂಗಲಿಂದ ನಂತರ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾನೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಅದು ಸಾರೂಪ್ಯ. ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ದಟ್ godliness. That means I'm not finding I'm not finding similarity between me and my child. I'm trying to find the godliness that is in me is the same as the godliness in me. So ರೂಪ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಹುಡುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಆತ್ಮ ಒಂದು, ರೂಪ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ at some level. ಸಾಮೀಪ್ಯ ಇಸ್ ಐಮ್ ನಿಯರ್, ಬಟ್ ಒಂದಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ರೂಪ ಒಂದಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ದ್ವೈತ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ. ಸಾಲೋಕ್ಯ ಒಂದೇ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ದ್ವೈತ ಇದೆ. ಸಾಮೀಪ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ದ್ವೈತ ಇದೆ, ಸಾರೂಪ್ಯದಲ್ಲೂ ದ್ವೈತ ಇದೆ, ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ವಿ, ಏನು ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸವಿಲ್ಲ. ಕಡೆಗೆ ಕೈವಲ್ಯ, ಫೈನಲ್ ಮೋಕ್ಷ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಆದಿಶಂಕರರು. ಓಕೆ, ಭವಾನಿ ತ್ವಂ ದಾಸೆ, ಅದು ಶ್ಲೋಕ, ಮೂಲ ಶ್ಲೋಕ. ಭವಾನಿ ತ್ವಂ ದಾಸೆ ಮೈ ವಿತರ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಂ ಸಕರುಣಾಂ ಇತಿ ಸ್ತೋತುಂ ವಾಂಛನ್ ಕಥಯತಿ ಭವಾನಿ ತ್ವಮಿತಿ ಯಃ ತದೈವ ತ್ವಂ ತಸ್ಮೈ ದಿಶಸಿ ನಿಜ ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯ ಪದವೀಂ ಮುಕುಂದ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮೇಂದ್ರ ಸ್ಫುಟ ಮಕುಟ ನೀರಾಜಿತ ಪದಾಂ. ಪ್ರತಿಪದಾರ್ಥ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಭವಾನಿ ತ್ವಂ, ಯು ಓ ಭವಾನಿ, ದಾಸೇ ಮೈ, ಆನ್ ಮೀ ಯು ಸರ್ವೆಂಟ್, ಸಕರುಣಾಂ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ನಿನ್ನ ದಾಸ ಅಮ್ಮ. ಓ ಭವಾನಿ, ನಾನು ನಿನ್ನ ದಾಸ. ಸಕರುಣಾಂ, ಯು ಆರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾಷನೇಟ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. ದೃಷ್ಟಿಂ, ಗ್ಲಾನ್ಸ್. ವಿತರ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟೋ, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನಿನ್ನ ಕರುಣಾಪೂರ್ಣವಾದ ಒಂದು ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯನ್ನು ಈ ಕಡೆ ನನ್ನ ಕಡೆ ತೋರಿಸು. ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೋ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಡ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ನೋಡು, ಸೈಡ್ ಗ್ಲಾನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನಂಗೆ ಕೊಡು. ಕರುಣಾಪೂರ್ಣವಾದ ಕೃಪಾ ಕಟಾಕ್ಷದ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಹರಿಸು. ಇತಿ, ಹೀಗೆಂದು, ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನರ್. ಸ್ತೋತುಂ ವಾಂಛನ್, ಡಿಸೈರಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ವರ್ಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೇಸ್, ಹೀಗೆಂದು ಭಗವತಿಯನ್ನು ಸ್ತುತಿ ಮಾಡಲು ಇಚ್ಛೆಪಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಳಲು ಹೊರಟಿರುವ ಭಕ್ತನು. ಹೀಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು, ಅಮ್ಮ ನನ್ನ ಕಡೆ ನೀನು ಕರುಣಾಪೂರ್ಣವಾದ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯನ್ನು ಹರಿಸು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಒಂದು ಬಾಯಿ ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಫುಲ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಯಹ, ದ ಡಿವೋಟಿ ಹೂ ಕಥಯತಿ ಬಿಗಿನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಯು ಆಸ್ ಭವಾನಿ ತ್ವಮಿತಿ. ಭವಾನಿ, ಓ ಭವಾನಿ, ಯು. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನು ಏನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು? ಭವಾನಿ ತ್ವಂ ದಾಸೆ ಮೈ ವಿತರ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಂ ಸಕರುಣಾಂ. ಈ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಭಕ್ತ. ಓ ಭವಾನಿ, ಗಿವ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾಷನೇಟ್ ಗ್ಲಾನ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಮೀ. ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅವನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನು? ಭವಾನಿ ತ್ವಂ ಇತಿ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾನಷ್ಟೆ. ತದೈವ ತ್ವಂ ತಸ್ಮೈ, immediately you, O Devi, to such a bhakta, dishasi, bestow, mukunda brahmendra sputamakuta nirajita padam. Vishnu, Brahma, Indra and other devotees performing arati with their illuminated crowns on your lotus feet. ಅಂದರೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಪಾದ ಪದ್ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ, ವಿಷ್ಣು, ಮಹೇಂದ್ರ ಆದಿ ದೇವತೆಗಳು ತಮ್ಮ ಕಿರೀಟ, ವಜ್ರ ವೈಢೂರ್ಯಗಳಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿರುವ ಕಿರೀಟಗಳ ಬೆಳಕಿನಿಂದ ನಿನಗೆ, ನಿನ್ನ ಪಾದಗಳಿಗೆ ನೀರಾಜನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿರುವ ನಿನ್ನ ಪಾದಗಳು. ಅಂದರೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ, ವಿಷ್ಣು, ಮಹೇಂದ್ರರ ಕಿರೀಟಗಳಿಂದ ಆರತಿಯನ್ನು ಬೆಳಗಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿರುವ ನಿನ್ನ ಪಾದಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಪಾದಗಳು ಹೇಗಿದೆ? ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ, ವಿಷ್ಣು, ಮಹೇಶ್ವರರು ತಮ್ಮ ಕಿರೀಟಗಳನ್ನು ನಿನ್ನ ಪಾದದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀನು ಯಾರು ತಾಯಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗಾಯ್ತು. ಅಂದರೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಪಾದಗಳ ಪವರ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯ ಪದವಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡಲು ಅರ್ಹತೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಲ್ಲ? ನಿಜ ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯ ಪದವಿ, ದ ಸ್ಟೇಟಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಒನ್ನೆಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್, ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ನೇಟ್ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಪ್ಷನ್. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಮಗು ಅಮ್ಮಂಗೆ ಹಾಲು ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಮ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಅಳ್ಬೇಕಾ, ಅಥವಾ ಅಳಕ್ ಮೊದಲೇ ತಾಯಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತಾನೆ, ಟೈಮ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಅಥವಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಕರಳು ಬಳ್ಳಿ ಎಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ, ಮಗು ಹಶುವಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಹಾಗೆ ಇದೆ ತಾಯಿಗೆ. ಇವನು ಭವಾನಿ ತ್ವಂ ದಾಸೆ ಮೈ ವಿತರ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಂ ಸಕರುಣಾಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಭವಾನಿ ತ್ವಂ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅವ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಮ್ಮ ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಕೊಡು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಮ್ಮ, ಮಗು ಏನು ಅಮ್ಮ ಹಾಲು ಅಂತ ಅಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಅಮ್ಮ ಹಾಲು ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ, ಬೋರ್ನ್ವಿಟಾನೇ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಹಂಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೇ ಬೇರೆ, ಅವನು ಮಗು ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತಪ್ಪು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಲು. ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಮ್ಮ ನೀನು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಶೋ ಯುವರ್ ಗ್ಲಾನ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಮೀ. ಇದು ಯಾಕೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಭವಾನಿ ತ್ವಂ ಇತಿ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ದೇವಿ ತಪ್ಪು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಭವಾನಿತ್ವ ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟ ಅಂತ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಪನ್. ಭವಾನಿ ತ್ವಂ ಬೇರೆ, ಭವಾನಿತ್ವ ಬೇರೆ. ಭವಾನಿತ್ವ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ವಿಷ್ಣುತ್ವ, ಈಶತ್ವ, ಹರಿತ್ವ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯ ಪದವಿ ತಾನೆ. ಇಂದ್ರತ್ವ, ಹಾಗೆ ಭವಾನಿತ್ವ. ಅವನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಭವಾನಿ ತ್ವಂ, ಭವಾನಿ ನೀನು ಅಂತ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲೇ ಅವಳು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಲು, ತಾಯಿ ಇವನು ಭವಾನಿತ್ವ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡೋಣ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಭವಾನಿತ್ವ ಎನ್ನುವ ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯ ಪದವಿಯನ್ನು ದಯಪಾಲಿಸಲು ಇರುವ ಈ ಶ್ಲೋಕಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಭವಾನಿತ್ವಂ ಎನ್ನುವ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಪದವಿದೆಯೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಮಹಾವಾಕ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಕರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಲಿಬರೇಟ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಭವಾನಿತ್ವ ಅಂದರೇನು? ಅಹಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಸ್ಮಿ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನೇ ಭಗವತಿಯಾದೆ, ನನಗೂ ಭಗವತಿಗೂ ಏನು ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸವಿಲ್ಲ. ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯ ಪದವಿ ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಫಿಫ್ತ್ ಮಹಾವಾಕ್ಯ. ಸೊ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯ ಲಹರಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಲ್ಲತ್ತೆ. So that you know. So I'm here giving you samples of 2 shlokas of where Saundarya Lahari is. So the Saundarya is the Saundarya of the heart. The Saundarya of the Jnana that you get. The moment you know that Devi is compassionate, motherhood, that is where she enters your heart. So adike idu Ananda Lahari. She comes as waves of bliss of knowledge in your heart and she resides you there and says, ನಾನಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಮಗು, ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ, ಭವಾನಿತ್ವ ಕೊಡೋಕೆ ನಾನಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನೀನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅಮ್ಮ ಅನ್ನು, ನಾನು ನಿನಗೆ ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಅಮ್ಮ ಅನ್ನಕ್ಕೆ ಮೊದಲೇ ಸಾಯುಜ್ಯ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಈ ಶ್ಲೋಕ. ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಇನ್ನೇನು ಬೇಕು? ಎಂಜಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯ ಲಹರಿ. ವಿಲ್ ಯು ಫಾಲೋ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ವಾಟ್ Roopa teaches? So slowly you will get it. Shloka by shloka by shloka. Devi will herself unravel in your heart. But you have to hold on. The first 10 shlokas, we'll go with the methodology. We'll give you the first 10 shlokas and make you feel comfortable. Okay, then we'll take the next 10 shlokas. We will not bombard you with all the knowledge and all this. So you'll get like a package. So we'll design the package and we'll take you through this whole journey. Okay, so I think I'm done. Innanar helodike Q&A ಏನಾರು ಇದೆಯಾ? If you have any questions, because this is not a normal Q&A, please write these questions and then we'll try to answer it starting from the next class. And for those of you who have joined online, thank you very much. And if you want to join the class, please reach out to Roopa Kumar and then you will definitely enjoy the class. If you have not registered, please register. So this is one way to let you all know what you can expect from these classes as we move forward. Thank you very much. And I will close this.
No. One more thing to be discussed is which day and what time would be convenient to fix the class. I haven't done that because I wanted to know from all of you so that I will accommodate that. So what do you feel? Weekday or weekend? Because there are many people who have registered and they are online.
Okay. So can we make it offline? Offline before we can discuss, because people online cannot. And consensus barakasta. At least we will discuss together and come to a consensus as to what works best. We'll post it in the group.
They can also get back in the group.
You can get back, but we cannot have multiple options. We have to come to a consensus very fast. And I think finally the veto rests with Roopa. Okay, she's not taking her convenience, she's taking everybody's convenience, but each person may have his or her different
Commitments.
priority based on commitments.
But at some point we'll have to meet up based on the majority or
No, what we did was our class, Soundaryalahari class, we met strictly every Saturday, 5 p.m. It was difficult to many people, and some people dropped out. Can't help it. So we will take the inputs from people. However, we'll also have to ensure that you will have to sacrifice some part of your schedule. Please work with Roopa to fix this, but take everybody's convenience into picture, not our own convenience. We have to share the pain. If you don't share the pain, there is no gain. Okay, Sarina, anything else? Okay, thank you very much. I'll close the session and looking forward to interacting with people who are online who are interested as well. Thank you very much. Namaskar.